Hey folks, Phil Myers here for Myers Metal Detectors, and today's video I'm going to show you my settings on the Excalibur 2. This is Excalibur 1000, but it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm just going to show you that, give you some basics on it. That way, if you were just got your detector and you need some info on how to set it up, I'll show you the best way to run this here in Florida anyway. So the first thing I'm going to do is tell you I run this in all metal, which on your detector will be the pinpoint mode. And the reason I do that is I can run my sensitivity maxed out and it's going to go the deepest. Now don't leave me bad feedback or argue with me about that. If you run in the discriminant mode and it's deeper for you, then keep doing that. But I find that I can run my sensitivity maxed out and it will be the deepest for me here in Tampa, Florida, or in St. Pete. Anyway, the way I do that, the first knob, you've got pinpoint or discriminant. I run in the pinpoint mode, okay? And then when I hit a target, because there's not targets everywhere, when I hit the target, I'll switch back over to discriminant mode, go over the target, and see if it's something I want to dig by the sound. If it's a real low growl or it nulls out, I know it's iron and I keep going. I'll dig anything that's not iron on the beach. The second knob is my, this is your turn on knob. So you're going to turn it on and I'm going to turn my threshold way up so you can hear it. And let me move it away from something metal. Okay. I have a pinpoint switch built into my handle. That's an accessory you can do down the road if you like. But the easiest way is I run it in all metal. And I've got my sensitivity. If you look here, just before auto would be max. So when it clicks into auto, you can run it auto. I run it auto a lot of times. But just before auto is the maximum on the sensitivity. Anyway, I've got my threshold volume turned up real loud so you can hear it. And if you hear that in the pinpoint mode, that threshold never changes unless the target's in front of it. Alright, the next knob you have is your target volume. And I usually run that around 3 o'clock. And even the camera's probably 8 feet away, I'm sure you can hear that. Now normally I would have my threshold turned way down to just barely audible. Now, so you can hear my targets. And then if I move it over to the discriminant mode, a nice mellow medium tone for my gold. Alright, so now the next knob we have over here is our discrimination. And the discrimination, I run that on 3. If you turn it up to 5 or you turn it up higher than 3, you're going to lose some small gold items. Yeah, you may knock out the pull tabs, but you're also losing some gold. Now, if I go over and at discrimination of 3, I can usually tell it's a bottle cap or a piece of rusty iron. I've got this piece of iron in my hand that's a wrench, and this is what will happen. It just nulls out. And you should test that on some targets yourself. And test it in the discriminant mode on some bottle caps. You'll hear a low growl or it'll null out. I probably eliminate at least 95% of my bottle caps. Some of the new ones that are wrapped in aluminum foil will fool me sometimes, or some of the certain brands can fool me. But for the most part, I'm able to eliminate those. So as you see my detector, you probably notice my knobs. Those are the Anderson knobs. They're nice and big and easy for me to turn. And they've got an Allen head on the side. And the new ones from Minelab, when you after you use them for about a year, they strip out. You're going to need to get a set of knobs from Anderson. That's what I use. And of course we sell them here in the shop. And then also I took the knob guard off. That's a little guard that we put on it. That way it keeps your knobs protected. If you were to accidentally drop this, theoretically it would land on that aluminum, not on your detector knobs, and break the little spindles that the knobs sit into. So that's just a good idea to put that on to protect it. Also, I have aftermarket headphones, but if you're new to the Excalibur, just keep the headphones you have on there. They have excellent sound quality. Some people complained about the comfort level, but I didn't notice that, but I do like the gray ghost I have on it. Anyway, that's how I have my Excalibur set up. Best thing for you to do is set it up similar to what I have here, and then do some air testing with different targets so you can hear how it sounds. And I don't know if you can hear my threshold. I kind of turned it down. The threshold is a nice steady hum. It never changes. If you hunt in the discriminant mode, that threshold level tone moves up and down, and for me that's kind of annoying. That's why I like to run in the pinpoint mode. Anyway, that's my demo on how I set my Excalibur up, and if you have any questions on it, you can email me at flphil@me.com. That's FloridaPhil@me.com, and of course my website is minersdepot.com. Thank you and happy hunting. Get out there and find some gold.